So a nice haircut, but you gotta watch out. Did you pay for this cut?
Yeah, I did. I've been going to the same guy for the last year or so.
Okay.
At Compass, Kyle. He does a good. He does a
Okay,
good
so
job.
maybe I should, because your friend's father, he calls me out on occasion, and he'll look at me across the bar table and go, "You cut your own hair again, didn't you, Gillette?" And I did.
Well, it's looking good to me. Better than
And
most people.
it came about during COVID. Hey, remember me? Oh, I'm sorry, it's not about me. This is music in Missoula, or musicians in Missoula, whatever it is. And sometimes Scott and I collaborate, and I suggest, or he suggests, or something happens. Anyway, this is Jens Jacobsen. Say hi to Jens, will you? Look at that. And I said his name right. It could be the only thing I say right in the entire interview. And Jens is playing with the Missoula City Band this Wednesday, along with his friend, Ellen Peterson. And I met Jens through Ellen. And Ellen is the daughter of Dorothy and Dean Peterson, an old colleague of mine. I'm just an old retired music teacher. And Jens is a young, not retired music teacher. All right? And that's about all I know of the kid. How old are you, Jens?
I'm 36. Just turned 36 in June.
Born in 87?
89.
Good Lord, he's younger than my children, which is a good thing, because I know how to talk to kids. And he's going to be playing trumpet and his Baroque trumpet, and I think that he brought it along, so we may even get a little taste of it. But first, we're going to find out who he is. Jens, who are you?
Who am I? That is.
Hey, did you get a haircut just for this gig?
You know, I did. No, I needed one first and foremost, but it was time. I get one like once a month. But I have this gig coming up, and I'm actually going to Vancouver.
That's what I heard.
This weekend. Well, it's actually technically next week is the performance there, so I'm going to be playing.
A Baroque festival in Vancouver, BC, or
I don't know if
Washington?
it's a festival, but they do like concerts throughout the year. So I'm playing a Bach piece with them, and then we're doing Mozart's Requiem.
With a little chamber orchestra?
Yeah, it'll be like the size orchestra that they would have played back in the day. So
Okay. And Canada or Washington?
Canada.
Cool.
Yeah.
You got a good passport, buddy?
I do. My dad freaked me out the other day because he was like, "Isn't your passport isn't it up for renewal?" And I was like freaking out. And,
Is it
but I checked, and I got it renewed like a few years ago, so I'm good until 29.
And you got a star on it, don't you?
A star? I don't know about the star.
Wait, passport.
Are you
No, that's
are you
driver's
freaking me out?
license. No, it's driver's license.
Don't freak me out,
I
Gary.
got. And you don't. As long as your passport's good, you don't have to worry about the real ID.
Yeah, I think we're good
Okay,
on the
good.
passport.
Thank God.
Yeah, thankfully.
So a nice haircut, but you gotta watch out. Did you pay for this cut?
Yeah, I did. I've been going to the same guy for the last year or so.
Okay.
At Compass, Kyle. He does a good.
Okay, so maybe I should, because your friend's father, he calls me out on occasion, and he'll look at me across the bar table and go, "You cut your own hair again, didn't you, Gillette?" And I did.
Well, it's looking good to me. Better than
And
most people.
it came about during COVID, and then I'm just too lazy and cheap to do otherwise. But the only person that calls me out is Dean, and we've had Dean on the program before. I found everything I need to know about Dean, so we'll just leave it be at that. Where are you from, buddy?
I was born in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh gosh! Wait, so your old man was an Army guy?
No.
Why else could you possibly live in Birmingham, Alabama?
Well, my mom is from Mobile, Alabama, and
Okay.
my dad's from Plentywood, Montana, and they met in Los Angeles, and then when they got married, they moved to Birmingham, and then they had me and my brother, and then he got a chance to move up to Billings, which is where, and that was when I was in like first grade. So
A job related?
yeah, so they both worked for the IRS.
Oh,
Yeah,
now
so
we found some
watch out.
stuff,
Do
man.
do your taxes.
Hot dang.
He's retired now, though.
Okay,
So
okay.
no, you don't have to worry about
Good, because I could go on the whole Doge thing and everything.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
okay, so federal employee. God bless
Yeah.
him. I've got one of my boys is a Fed, running through the hoops right now, wondering if he has. Wait, today's Monday? Yeah. So I'm sure he went to work today, wondering if he was still. If the door would be open for him to be able to go, and he works at the Bureau of Land
Yeah,
Management.
scary.
They don't know if he's going to have a job from day to day, and the boss doesn't know. It's just this like a lottery kind of deal. Well, do I have a job today?
Yeah.
I'll go in and do it or not. Good to be retired. So you're a Billings kid.
Yeah, yeah. So
Where'd you go to high school?
Skyview.
With hold on, Lyman. No,
Lyman.
Aaron. Did you have Lyman?
I had Lynham, but
Lynham,
I also had Mr. Schindel too, Aaron. Yeah.
Okay. Montana is this huge, great big state, but there's only a few people in it. So, of course, all of us band directors know everybody else's band director. It's just part of the gig, and it ties us all together. So now I know some of your experiences, especially with Schendel. Lynham, he's just such a quiet fella. He's more elusive for me to grab a hold of.
Yeah.
He's harder to harass.
You just gotta grab him by the mustache.
Boy, I did give him crap about that. So a Billings kid, I'm sorry. Dad, there wasn't an opening in Missoula, so you had to grow up in Billings.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, I was too young to really know.
It
what
was
going on,
Skyview.
but yeah.
Right? Okay. I don't know the choir teacher, but of course I have friends in Billings. But everyone's got to hate somebody. You folks in Billings give it to North Dakota. Us here in the West, and you've figured out yet that we harass the people on the other side of the mountains. Just so we feel better about ourselves over somebody else.
It is crazy how different the two sides of the state are. It's like.
And you've experienced that, and I see that you've stayed over here.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever. No shade on Billings at all, but.
Because we have an international audience here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You don't want to get in trouble. You may not be welcome to go back home.
Hey, I don't know. Yeah,
There you go. And we have an audience. You hear the audience laughing? It's pretty good, man.
I hope so.
All right. And I just heard you and Scott talking, the engineer behind the scenes, that you weren't a music major to begin?
No, I started pre-med, so I was a human biology major.
So you're smart.
Well,
Huh?
not anymore.
I got, but, for anyone to be able to go into pre-med intentionally as an undergraduate, you 4-point student, high end.
No, I would say maintained like a 3.8. So I was up there, but I wouldn't say I'm the smartest person, but I worked really hard in my undergrad, for sure. Didn't do a lot of partying.
Well, in high school especially.
Even though I knew partiers that got better grades than I did.
Okay,
so I was
that's
jealous of that.
unfortunate.
They were the smart ones.
Oh, yeah, they were the smart ones that could slide and even though not have to work their butts off. The idea of pre-med, oh my God. How long did that last for you? Wait, no. Before we leave Billings, who'd you study with in Billings?
Ralph Sappington?
Oh, yeah, baby. What a monster player.
Yeah.
God, I've played in some big bands with him. Isn't he a native gentleman? Ralph Sappington. Somehow I always figured he was native, big fella, and he'd blow lead in the big band.
I don't know, because I know he moved from California. I'm not sure of his.
And he's gone, isn't he? Didn't Ralph die?
He passed away at the end of my, right after I graduated in 2007,
Oh,
summer
okay.
2007. So.
Great player.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
he
I
was a
wanted to
great
get
guy.
who you studied with.
Yeah.
That you didn't study with Gary Tangen.
No.
He was on the road by that time, I believe. All right. So you started out pre-med. How long did that last?
Well, I finished that degree actually, and
You're a slow learner.
Yeah.
A hard worker, but a slow.
Yeah, I mean, I got to the end of it, and this is kind of foolish of me probably. I should have been doing more shadowing of people and stuff like that, but I started because I thought I wanted to be an ophthalmologist and do eye surgery.
Okay.
So I shadowed a few ophthalmologists and just kind of realized, wow, this is like a lot less surgery and a lot more just inpatient, outpatient stuff. It just seemed really boring and monotonous. And And to shoot it straight too, I had just gotten out of like a 4-year relationship, and so my life was kind of turned upside down. I started rethinking a lot of things in my life, so I just didn't feel like I was mentally prepared to, go into something that was even more intense than an undergraduate degree.
And you do a pre-med in 4 years?
Yeah, it's a 4-year thing.
I know, but most people don't. How many years did you get in for an undergrad?
I was there for 4.5 years.
4.5, okay. That's unusual. Usually kids stay, well, my own children, they took more than 4 years. I did a degree in 4 years, but it's unusual. Because, parents helping with tuitions or not.
And honestly, I will say, like, the music degree, like when I went back for my music ed,
we're good.
I just realized, like, maybe the coursework isn't as technically hard as like a biology degree or like a science degree or something like that. But the amount of hours that you have to spend.
I was gonna finish your sentence for you there, buddy.
Yeah, because if you're a bio major, you take maybe 3 classes, like 3 main classes, and that fills up 15 credits right there. So you have all this time to study, and it really wasn't like I was nose to the books the whole time. I had a lot of time to hang out with friends and do other things, but
did you take a year off, or did all this happen?
I took one semester off, actually, and I worked. I was a package handler at FedEx in the morning.
Ooh.
And I worked at U-Swirl frozen yogurt back when it started.
To convince yourself that a job with a college education was a good fit for you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but honestly, technically, I didn't take a semester off because I still was in ensembles and stuff, but I wasn't taking credits, so I was technically not in school, but I was still, doing that thing. Yeah.
And you had been playing in ensembles during your first undergraduate degree?
Yeah, so I started out just being in marching band, and then I think I played in concert band also. And then when I realized, like, I still have time to do music, I then added the music minor.
Oh, okay.
So
you've taken all the prelim stuff. You did your music history and theory already.
Well, I didn't do music history because that's not part of the minor.
Okay.
I did theory in the first first year of theory in AP, and then ensembles. I was in that's when I took lessons. So I was taking lessons for at least after the first year.
Okay.
So.
And the timeline, I can't remember if that was Bolstad or Smart.
It was right when Bolstad left, because I actually talked to Bolstad when I was a senior about coming to the U.
These are the band directors and the trumpet teachers at the U.
Yeah, so that I actually, when I got here, was Smart's first year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you jumped back into the program and did an undergrad then and got...
Yeah, so kind of the way it worked out is because I was kind of like, my mind was all over the place, didn't really know what to do next, and I was talking to Dr. Smart, and I actually ended up getting a tuition waiver. So I only, because I was doing the minor, I only really needed like the history credit, the 2 years of history, and then
method stuff,
and then the rest. And I didn't do my ed degree. I was still performance. I was just doing performance at that time, because then after that 2 years, I went to Indiana University for my master's.
And when did you pick up ed? Did you do an ed?
Well, I came back after I went to IU, and then came back here, and I was the GTA for marching band for a couple of years. 2018 and 19. So COVID here.
Oh boy! Yeah. So the deal is that many of our students, our kids they have to figure out if they're going to be a professional musician, if they're going to teach music. And I found out my older boy. I found out about maybe his junior year, at the time I finally heard that. And I don't think I asked him. I think around the bush I finally found out. They went, "Yeah, Dad, I haven't been an ed major like for a year."
Yeah.
And of course I was a saddened father. Like, oh, you think? I didn't say it out loud, but and Kyle could have been. He was on his way to New Orleans. He could be making a living blowing a brass band in New Orleans.
Absolutely.
But not making a living playing tuba unless you teach something. There's maybe
You got-
20 people.
You got to. I feel like even the highest level performers also teach.
They all
to a
teach,
certain
whether or
degree.
not they get certified to teach. And there's a bunch of courses that are forced upon these guys, rightfully so. So you learn how to play the clarinet, and you get your basics in human behavior. So you try to figure out what's motivating these morons with the horns squawking in front of you. There's good things to know before you take a gig.
Yeah.
So you finished your undergrad in music,
in performance.
in performance, and then went to Indiana
Yeah. For my
to study
master's.
with.
I studied with Edmund Cord.
Okay, I don't know
Not
that
a-
name.
not a big name,
Okay.
but he,
Who's the guy in Indiana that everyone bows down to? The trumpet guy.
John Rommel, but he
Okay.
just retired.
Okay.
And then there's Joey Tartell, also teaches there. I don't know if you know Pat Harbison. He's one of the jazz guys.
I know the name, yeah.
And then there's been some turnover since I've left, so I'm
All right.
not really sure.
So you were serious about being a player if you went to Indiana.
Yeah, I was thinking about being an orchestral musician.
Yeah, and you've got personality for that. Do you? Yeah. But you went there and did you fail at some? Not fail. I'm sorry. Did you take 100 auditions before you gave up and became a graduate teaching assistant for marching band?
Yeah, no, I
Sorry, buddy.
didn't take a lot of auditions. I auditioned. This was actually before I went to IU. I auditioned for the Navy band.
Okay.
But no, I didn't take a ton because my first year, actually, I think it was the end of my first semester. I had an injury. I don't know if I'd call it an injury, but I like really overworked myself because I was in, coming from where you play in every single ensemble. I went there and tried to do kind of the same thing, except that school's like, at a
Killed you.
much higher level. Like you're performing like really advanced repertoire, and I was in jazz band, orchestra, wind ensemble, and I was in an orchestra rep class. I was in a brass quintet, trumpet ensemble. I was just like, we had spring break, and then the week we came back, I had like from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. just like straight rehearsal, and I just overworked my face, and then it just so happened that Wednesday we had a performance in Nashville. I was playing principal of the wind ensemble, and I think it was like a big band conference, and we were kind of like the highlight group. And by the time it got to Wednesday, my lip was so swollen that I couldn't like produce sound. My lips just like stopped work. So I had this pretty traumatic experience in a concert where I had to give solos away to the second trumpet player like mid concert, just because I was like, I know I can't do it, and I just had to, I like cried in the bathroom.
I bet you had a come to Jesus moment.
Yeah, so-
at a gig.
Yeah, so it was at that point where
Let's delve into the. Oh no.
Yeah. No, so I kind of had to take a step back. I mean, and I was like, I can't keep playing the way, because I think the way I learned how to play was very tension.
Who taught you? Who was your first teacher?
Well, Ralph was my first teacher.
I know, but who was the band director?
At IU?
No, in 5th grade or 6th grade in Billings when you first picked the horn up.
No, see, that's where
wasn't it?
I think I actually developed it on my own. I remember in high school, kind of making this shift in my embouchure to try to play lower, actually, and it really screwed up my high register playing.
On a side note, all of us brass players are paranoid, and we have all kinds of mental crap going on all the time because everything we deal with is hidden. Hidden. We can't look at it.
And that's, well, you can talk about this later, but that's why I love my Baroque trumpet teacher so much.
Okay.
It's because she teaches in a
Got you down a
totally
path
opposite way.
Okay. And at the time when you were starting was the trade-off time between being taught to play like you're sitting on the toilet, and we just tense up and we push and we get tight and we force that horn to play it right, and then thank God rationale has finally invaded wind teachers to be as free and open and exchanging air as possible, and we last longer and we sound better and we don't have as many mental problems.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But we still have the.
'Cause I'm just fine.
They just come.
Okay,
Yeah.
are we, Scott?
Yes.
Yeah. No, because I would say like when I started trumpet all the way up through like into high school, I was a pretty natural player.
Okay.
Like I think it was just kind of my thing. I picked it up and I really didn't struggle too much with
Good.
it until high school when I started messing around with things. Of course.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, because I made All-State my freshman year of high school, and then from then, my range just plummeted, and I started getting really tense. And then when I came to college, don't think playing in marching band helped a lot because it's
It
that
feeds into the
that
same-
just feeds into it, and you're hearing people play high, and you
Yeah.
want to do that, and you can't, so you just keep forcing it, and so.
The winners too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in the cold and yeah. It's
So you
just
younger or older than Jerem? 'Cause
younger? I think I'm younger.
So he went through before.
Yeah, I
because
did.
he's
I was in
also
school with
a
Jerem.
Sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I was in school.
Sorry,
with-
another trumpet player here in town that went to the same high school with with issues.
Yeah. So, but then there was, and this was, I think my junior year of college. So I, like maybe my range was like GA above the staff, but because I had taken lessons for so long, since I was in middle school, I had all this technical ability, I had a great sound, but I just, there was just this cap where, and if you can't play above a G above the staff as a trumpet player, it's like there's almost nothing you can.
Better find a different vocation.
Yeah, right. But then I think it was the summer after my junior year of college, I was just messing around at the U in one of the practice rooms and just shifted my embouchure, like the mouthpiece down a little bit on my embouchure. I think I had more of like a horn player's embouchure at that point.
Yep.
And
More upper
something
lip.
just clicked and not like immediately I got like, an added fifth on top of it.
Yeah, baby.
And so then, but it was like, at that point, it was almost too late because I had gained all this tension from trying to play high.
Yeah.
So I could do it now, but then I didn't change anything else
Everything
about
else.
the way I was playing. So I was breathing tense. Like I always had problems getting a deep enough breath because I was so tense. It's like my
Sure.
breaths were like, just
Yeah,
get that breath
gagging.
in there. Yeah.
Survival breathing.
Yeah, but like I had a good sound and I had technique and I just kind of made it work somehow.
Sure.
And that's where leading to the end of that undergraduate degree and then getting the tuition waiver to do my performance degree, I became more successful and got to that point. But then going to IU for my master's, I still had these technical issues with tension that I was dealing with.
And that teacher there diagnosed successfully and
Well, no, I think it was that traumatic experience that kind
That
of
did,
made
okay.
me. I feel like in a lot of ways I've done a lot through self-discovery. My teachers have been really good helping me with, finding music for me to play and musical concepts and things like that. But I really do think of myself as like I'm a tinkerer. I'm gonna figure that. I
Figure it
feel
out.
like I figured out a lot on my own.
And
too.
successfully.
Yeah, but then
Cool.
when I started, so I did my master's in 2 years, and then I met Chris Quapis, who's the Baroque trumpet teacher there, and she lives in Seattle and just flies in and teaches lessons periodically at IU, and then the rest of the time she's performing all over the country. That's like her gig is she just plays Baroque trumpet, but because there's no like ensembles that play year round, she's like, bouncing
Sure.
around all over the
And
place.
is she
all the
involved
time.
with your gig coming up here in August?
No, she's not.
Ah!
No.
Was she unavailable? That's how you got the gig.
See, I don't know. There's some stuff going on with that, I think. I don't know. I don't know if there's drama or not. But
And he also plays, all this education, you teach general music in Superior.
yeah.
All right, and he plays second trumpet in the Missoula Symphony. All right, regular trumpet, not Baroque trumpet,
Yeah.
but regular trumpet.
Yeah,
and he's
modern
playing both this week with us.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to play flugelhorn, and I think I decided to just play Baroque trumpet on the whole thing for the Purcell. Just
All right.
'cause after playing Baroque trumpet, I just hate playing piccolo trumpet. One, I don't like how tight feeling it is. There's
Sure.
so much back
I mean,
pressure.
yeah, and
I don't like the sound as much. I think the sound of the Baroque trumpet is just so much more brilliant. And, yeah.
and then maybe you want to sing. Somebody's got to sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh my gosh.
And Ellen almost backed out last time until I heard it was you that.
Yeah, she
and
almost
goaded her
convinced me to go up there
Yeah,
and do it.
And of course you don't have to, but I will pretend that challenge is there.
Oh, hey, well, as long as no one's going to judge me. I
didn't
do it.
say
I
that.
I know all the words. So. I guess I shouldn't care about that.
No. So, hey, will you give us an idea? Because no one
Well,
has any idea
yeah,
about Baroque trumpet. And
put it
Baroque
together.
is a historical period in music history before people invented valves. So it's very much like a bugle, except prior. I don't know. The bugle probably existed before the Baroque trumpet, or at least side by
Well, I think
side.
the Baroque trumpet came before the
Before?
bugle, because I think I feel like the bugle. I don't know the history of the bugle, but I think.
Look, he's
But
taking
it's-
out parts. It's like
so
it's like he's hand making the horn while we're sitting here.
so because you don't have valves, and you probably know this, but I'll say for
But
the audience.
these folks don't.
Yeah.
Scott doesn't.
So a trumpet has valves, so you can play chromatically. So you can play, all the white keys and black keys of the piano within the trumpet's range. But because they didn't have valves, they could only play over the harmonic series. So basically, this trumpet, when I put it together, can only play in the key of D. And then what they would have to do if they wanted to play in the key of C or F or whatever is they'd have to change it out for all new. So I have different crooks in here. Some are longer, shorter. This is my C crook.
To change the key of the instrument so you can play with other instruments, especially stringed instruments, because they can play in all keys or chromatic. They just
Yeah.
shift their hand up and down the neck.
Right.
But early brass players, since he is not a trombonist, which Scott and I have the advantage of being,
Right.
and we can play in any key. But these trumpet players would hang out and have mechanical class like this.
Yeah. So trombone players, or they would have called it. The
Go ahead, say it.
The sack butt.
The trumpet players love to say that.
Yeah. So the trombone really hasn't changed except for its name.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed.
That's the first thing we
since
did
the
was change the
Renaissance.
name.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sack butt.
Which is I think the biggest mistake you guys have made. Yeah. And this mouthpiece is a little more modern because it's got rounded, but because
Okay.
they couldn't make rounded surfaces with their technology, so their mouthpieces are cut straight across, straight in. You can kind of. So it's very, very unforgiving.
Whoa, I bet, man.
But it gives this like sparkle to the sound. I would say.
Characteristic sound that we expect out of a Baroque trumpet.
Right. So
That's also about 500-pound mouthpiece. Good God.
Well, you should
Is it made
see-
of lead?
you should see, and I couldn't find it, but I have a mouthpiece that they would have played for high register stuff, which you would think is counterintuitive, but that mouthpiece is like probably
kidding.
that wide and like, yeah, it's
Is it-
crazy big. It's almost like the size of a trombone mouthpiece. So I don't quite understand how they did that, but that's what they did. And the only thing that's different that they wouldn't have had is this instrument has vent holes, and that's for placing notes in tune. So like, because the way the harmonic series works, some of the notes are really sharp or really flat, and maybe I can show you that.
And the harmonic series are those, you'll hear those, it's not Vuvilla, that's a bar and Butte. What was I thinking? The soccer horns, those god-awful horns that Europeans play at soccer events. They're just big plastic.
The Vuvuzela.
Yeah, there we go. All right. And the notes you hear are the only notes that instrument can play. And that's the harmonic series. If you just start with the flappiest of tissue in your lips and then continue to firm it into smaller vibrations, those are the only notes available. And still those are often out of tune, and so that he's got some advantage to try to play this thing in
Yeah,
tune.
I guess for the science nerds out there, the way sound frequencies work, right? There's, they have certain wavelengths and they fit within, a certain length of tubing. So certain ones are going to fit perfectly in the length of tubing, and then others aren't going to fit. So you're going to have, especially in the low register, you're going to have these big leaps, and then as you get higher and higher, there's more and more frequencies that you can fit into the instrument. So that's why a lot of this old Baroque music is way up in the high register, because that's the only area of the horn you can play melodies in. So
Yeah.
let's see if
And
I
this
can.
looks like maybe 12 feet long. How long's the tube? If we
Oh
if you
yeah,
unwound it.
I don't know. Yeah, this is probably what?
I guess 3 feet.
That's
you know,
probably
I
3
guess.
feet. Yeah.
Wait, that'd be more
Yeah,
like
wrapped
9
three
feet. There you
times.
go.
Yeah, 9 feet.
I know.
Yeah, but let's see. I haven't played it all today, but
Oh, good.
so if I'm playing a D, so that's a sol do. That's my. Technically, I should be able to play the.
There you go. There's a fundamental pitch.
Yeah, and you can play the fundamental one
Pedal.
octave below. So the way the harmonic series goes is it's octave, then a fifth, and then you start layering.
And that vent right there helped to be able to play that.
Yeah,
portion.
so I'll play it once without the vent holes, so you can kind of see. So I just hit, the D in the staff, and now I can start playing stepwise. I can't quite play chromatically unless I start using vent holes, but. You can hear how sharp that F is.
Yeah.
And what the vent holes do is just put that into tune a little bit better. If I wanted to go, let's see if I can play any higher. But if I add these vent holes,
Dang.
so it puts it in a little bit nicer. And this is actually not the trumpet I'll be playing on for City Band, because I had to get
Different
one from
key.
a friend that's in B flat, so that one's even bigger. But
Because I know nothing about Baroque trumpet at all. I remember that we had a fella on staff that specialized in Baroque trumpet, because it's a whole different.
yeah, it's
Discipline in
it's
itself.
Absolutely, there's a lot of historical knowledge and style that you want to incorporate into
Sure.
it. If you hear the difference between someone who's like studied the history and the instrument and the style versus someone who's just like a modern trumpet player picking it up, there's it's like two different worlds.
And did you find it when you were already a student at Indiana? You went to go study trumpet and you fell in love with Baroque.
I didn't even know Baroque trumpet was a thing until I went there.
And did you hear it first?
Yeah, because my trumpet teacher would do master classes, sometimes like one master class a semester, and so she would a lot of times just like do modern trumpet like the students would play for her on modern trumpet, and she would give lessons, but then every once in a while some of the Baroque trumpet students would play as well. So,
Oh, dang.
yeah. And it's cool because when you're in her studio, you also get to go and do gigs with her
Sure.
during the semester. So I've gotten to perform like Bach's Magnificat and the Messiah, all just like
All originally written for this instrument.
Yeah.
And then for modern orchestras to play it, so trumpet players will play it on their C trumpets maybe or whatever,
Probably a
but
piccolo.
valve trumpets and piccolo
Yeah.
trumpet. It's a neat instrument, and it just fell together. And when he said I'd heard that he played Baroque trumpet, and that's like, well, what is that? It'll be a nice experience for the audience as well. Then he'll play flugelhorn, and he and Ellen will do a piece together.
Yeah.
Look it, and I didn't even have time for the Gillet questionnaire.
What's that?
Dang, the Colbert questionnaire.
Oh.
Okay, good. It was not unnecessary for me to say apples or oranges
Apples. Well, you know.
until you couldn't afford an orange. You know, I guess.
See, I love them both.
Did you watch? Do you watch Colbert?
I don't watch Colbert, but I know I
scam.
know all about it.
Yeah.
It's
Window or aisle?
aisle. 100% aisle. I had to think about that for a second.
So
but
you
yeah.
could be completely known as Colbert's setup for the bit, and it was just a week ago that he came on and went, "Hey kids, my contract's up. They're canceling the program. We're all," that's what I watch before I go to sleep. You know, at the last second, and it helps me sleep. I think because the news is always everything about the news is so horrible.
Yeah.
And then somebody's got enough talent to make me laugh about the absurdity of that day's news.
You gotta laugh about it.
I have to, otherwise I just cry.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm sure we've gone more than enough time. And but how about there's something you want to share? Look at how sensitive I'm being.
Oh.
I just had lunch and I did not have a beer to go with it.
So we just did a full performance of The Messiah on period instruments, so gut string violins, Baroque trumpets, transverse flute, all that jazz over in Bozeman with, we did a performance here, but in Bozeman, Montana PBS recorded the whole thing.
Oh.
Really fancy cameras and everything. And I'm not sure exactly when it's coming out, but if people want to check out like a historical performance of The Messiah, I can't remember if they're presenting that at the holiday season, like around Christmas time, but yeah. So I don't know if people want to check that out.
Check it out.
If you're interested in hearing a period orchestra, a Montana,
Yeah,
local. Montana. We had what's their name? A really, really great choir sang with us, but they're all like Montana folks that live around the country, and they all flew and they get together and sing.
Wow. Nice deal. And you think my historical bit is whacked out? This is way beyond that, because I do a little period band, but it's 150 years old with different keyed instruments and playing the repertoire of Montana frontier.
Oh, cool.
And I've been doing that for maybe 4 or 5 years, something like that.
That's
It's
awesome.
just so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just bringing the music from Fort Missoula, all the forts that were here, and then this year I did Buffalo Bills band repertoire, and next year I'm going to finally give it up and do one more Custer's Last Band. And next year it's the 150th anniversary. We kissed Custer goodbye, but he was crazy enough with his period band. They were mounted.
Oh, wow.
That
must have been fun.
I leave the horses out of it. It's enough challenge just to play the music. But somehow we get we hear something, and then it goes down a path. And yours is Baroque, mine happens to be frontier Western.
Yeah.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's super fun. It kind of saved me after that, because after that injury, I kind of had this, this spell where I basically, gave up on playing, like really seriously. I did my master's work. I wasn't gonna like go
Blow it
there and
off.
give up on
Yeah.
that, but yeah, it kind of it reinvigorated the want to play again.
Okay. And did nature take care of itself in healing your chops?
Yeah, well, it was not just a lot of patience and taking a step back and really forcing myself not to play with tension, just like committing to that, and like just a lot of rediscovery of how to play the instrument. And I still would say I'm working on that to this. It's never ending, obviously,
Sure.
but I feel like I'm in a way better place holistically with the way I'm playing and feel
Cool.
better about my performances. And
Hey, come on out to the City Band concert Wednesday.
my face still gets red when I play, but
Good.
that's just because I'm Scandinavian.
That guy-
Me and Brendan are the same. in
Yeah,
that
you got it,
regard.
man. So he played alongside with Brendan McGlynn with the symphony, but he'll be with the City Band this coming Wednesday. Nice to meet you, Jens.
Yeah, thanks, Gary.
Hey, this
Thanks for having me.
has been music in Missoula with Jens Jacobsen. Now I finally can pronounce the boy's name, and we'll be making some music together soon. And I'll see you when I feel like it. Hey, good day. Take care. Thanks, Scott.